Hello everybody, and welcome to Analog Vernacular. Today we're going to be playing Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. I've been waiting for this game for a very, very long time. Final Fantasy Tactics has one of my favorite stories in video games. I have played both the original, and I have played War of the Lions that was out on the PSP. I have not played them many, many times. I'm not the type of person who replays games over and over and over again. If you are looking for somebody who's going to be an expert in this game, you're going to want to look elsewhere. I'm going to be coming into this after several years away from this game, and that means that some of this stuff will be things that I will remember, and many things will be things that I have long forgotten. So we're not going to be using a guide, we're going to be playing this pretty standardly, right? We're going to be playing this a little bit more like a standard player would. And so what that means is that I will not know all of the secrets right off the bat, but I will be very thorough. And this happens to be one of my favorite stories in video games, so I'm very excited to get into this. I have the PlayStation disc sitting on my shelf behind me, and man, that is one of my favorite things in my collection. So I'm very excited to get into this, and I hope you'll join me for it. This is a Matsuno game. And I have always thought that Matsuno with Square Enix has always kind of made the most sort of like intriguing worlds with political intrigue, right? He really knows how to do world building, and this game is no different. So if you are looking for other games while you wait for more episodes of this to come out, you can go and watch my playthrough of Tactics Ogre Reborn. That is the predecessor to this game, and you can see what the differences are. So go and check that out. I'll also have that linked in the description down below, so you can check that out anytime you want. Now, you'll notice that we have a classic version and an enhanced version. The classic version is going to basically look and play like the original. The one difference that they've made is that they've taken the script from War of the Lions, which was a widely considered a much better script, and they've put it into the original. So that's the only difference. I believe you can see that right here in the About. So if you're wanting to find out what is different about this version, you can just go ahead and pause on any of those screens. We're going to be playing the new one that has full voice acting and has a newly revised script in order to facilitate that voice acting. I love the War of the Lion script, so I know that they've based this off of that, so I'm hoping that this revised script is going to be just as good. But let's go ahead and get into it. Enhanced. The enhanced version is based on the original 1997 release of Final Fantasy Tactics. It features full voice acting, additions and adjustments to dialogue, and animated character portraits to provide a more immersive way to experience the story. This version also boasts higher resolution graphics with an updated user interface, along with improved controls and optimized game balance, making it an ideal choice for returning players and newcomers alike. In addition to controller support, the enhanced version allows the use of mouse and keyboard. Okay. We're not going to worry about looking at these controls right now, we'll figure it out as we go. And we're going to start the enhanced version. Oh man, I've been waiting for this for so long. Sword in hand, a warrior clutches stone to breast. In sword etched, he his fading memories. In stone his tempered skill. By sword attested, by stone revealed. Their tale can now be told. The Zodiac Braves story. Welcome to Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. A game that has a killer soundtrack. We are gluttons for punishment. We are going to be playing on Tactician mode. So this is their hard mode. This was not in the original. The original would have been like Knight. So we're going to be trying it on Tactician mode, and once again, since I'm no expert, I don't have a encyclopedic knowledge of the game, this could be quite difficult. So come with me on this journey, and hopefully we're going to be okay. I am a little bit scared, but like I always do this. I always do this where I go into the harder difficulty, but it makes me get better at the game, And even though we might have some moments where we struggle, which I hope you guys will all stick with me through, it usually leads to a better experience. Because it makes us use the mechanics better, you know? So, Tactician mode offers a greater challenge with more demanding battles. The play mode can be changed later, the story is the same regardless of which mode you choose. Okay. So it can be changed later if we find ourselves in a predicament, but I'm going to be trying to stick with Tactician. Now, solar calendar. I believe this is, enter our birthday. So my actual birthday is on January 7th. And this does have an effect on the game. So this will put me as a Capricorn sign. Now, the signs are kind of a nebulous system that if you don't have encyclopedic knowledge, you won't necessarily know what's going on, but it basically has a system where, based on your zodiac sign, you are going to have strengths and weaknesses against certain enemies that have corresponding signs or signs that don't match well with your sign. And I'm sure that somebody has figured out which sign is the best sign for your main character to have. And I'm not going to be worrying about that. I'm just going to put my actual birthday, and whatever consequences come of that is what we're going to do. So, January 7th, that's my actual birthday. That will make us a Capricorn. And who knows, maybe that means that one of the hardest bosses in the game will either have a benefit or,
I am Arislam J.D.
Ooh.
For the greater part of my life, I have been a student of Ivalice's middle age.
Good acting so already. Okay.
You are familiar with the War of the Lions? No?
Oh, I am, actually.
It was a bitter war of succession that rent the land of Ivalice in two. Here we first find mention of Delita Hyrule, the hero who would draw the curtain on this dark act of our history. His is a tale of great renown, familiar to all who dwell within our land. But, as we well know, what the eye sees is oftentimes a mere fragment of the truth. There was another young man, Ramza Beoulve, the youngest son of House Beoulve, famed for producing leaders of men. There is no official record of the role he played on history's stage. However, according to the Jirai papers, which had long lain concealed in church archives, this forgotten young man was in fact the true hero. The church maintains he was a heretic of the highest order, an inciter of unrest, who blasphemed the gods and profaned the godly.
Quite the narrative.
Which of these two accounts is to be believed?
Delita's or Ramza's?
Join me now in my search to uncover the answer. The truth.
Ooh. God damn this game. I'm so excited. Okay, this looks like it might be a remastered version of the cutscenes that were in War of the Lions. The Zodiac Braves story. The true story. Final Fantasy Tactics also has a great soundtrack. So they're either using the same art style for the animation, or they've repurposed and updated them. Based on Final Fantasy Tactics, 1997. Matsuno has been one of the greatest writers Square's had. Okay, so that just said that Matsuno actually is the one who updated the script. That's actually very comforting. There's the church. Orbon Monastery.
O Father, abandon not your wayward children of Ivalice, but deliver us from our sins, that we might know salvation.
Lady Ovelia, it is time.
I'll not be much longer, Agrius.
Your escort has already arrived.
Please, heed the good lady's words, Highness. You must hurry.
Still in here, are you? It's been the better part of an hour.
Gafgarian, you forget yourself, sir. You are in the presence of the princess.
Mayhap bowed heads would less offend. But you would do well to waste less time on idle pleasantries.
I see even the noble Order of the Northern Sky cannot rid itself of vulgar knaves.
Damn, Agrius.
A guard captain in these rain-sodden hinterlands ought not to expect chivalry. We are in the employ of the Order, not of it. Our pay does not cover trite courtesies to the likes of you.
Govern your tongue.
Enough. Let us be on our way.
Okay, Princess Avelia. We've got Agrius.
Watch over you, child.
And we've got Gafgarian.
Milady, the enemy is upon us.
You got Tanner's men?
We are paid for this. Time to earn our keep. What is it, Ramza? You above getting paid to do a job?
I'm a knight no longer. Just another sellsword.
Right then. To battle.
Okay, so interestingly enough, it seems like the voice actor, it does sound like the same voice actor who voiced Ramza in War of the Lions during the cutscenes. Those were rare moments that those were voiced, but I think it's the same guy. And the voice acting sounds good.
Deliver us, O Lord.
Oh, this game is so good.
They bear the crest of the Black Lion. Duke Goltana must be mad.
You there, wench! It is useless to resist. You will surrender the princess. If not, well, I would hate to see anything happen to that pretty face of yours.
Oh, I wouldn't mess with Agrius if I was you, Knight of Goltana.
A head on a saw. These swords of Goltana, lack wits one and all.
He's calling them stupid. We'll see if that's true.
In that case, we should be able to handle this without you, Gafgarian.
Mayhap you could, but there's no money to be made in that. Lad, Ramza, with me.
Okay, couple of sellswords in the employ. Defeat all enemies.
Kill them all! Leave no man standing!
You would have us slaughter them? Are you mad? Kill them here, and you'll have played into Duke Goltana's hands. We need only put them to rout.
I find dead men rout more easily.
Damn, Gaff.
My turn.
My turn indeed. Controlling Ramza. In the first battle, you can only control Ramza. When Ramza's turn comes, he may move once and perform one ability. If you select wait, he will take no further actions, and his turn will end. On the left side of the screen is the combat timeline. This is new. I love the combat timeline. You had to like go through a couple, you had to do some button input. I can't remember, was it select that brought up the, like where you could see the turn order or something? So I love this on the left side. Each unit will act according to their place in the timeline, indicated by a number. Is that an I or a 1? Is displayed for the unit whose turn it is to act. Okay. Hold LT and press up, down to scroll through the combat timeline and view information on each unit. Love that. Okay, so boom. We get to see where they're at and what order they're going in. So we've got a bunch of us that are going to get to move. Okay, right stick allows us to flip. That's left bumper. Basically toggles on information. Cool, it adds names and stuff too if you want. Right bumper right now isn't doing anything. Right trigger isn't doing anything. And yeah, we've got our right stick that allows us to control the camera. Okay. So, in abilities, we have attack and metal. From the abilities menu, you may command the unit to attack with the currently equipped weapon or perform an ability it has learned. Abilities in battle. The attack command is the most basic form of offense. Its range varies according to the weapon. Abilities have many uses, such as attacking, healing, and providing support. Some consume MP or items. Okay, so we got our attack, and we have our metal. Rush, throw stone, salve, battlefield treatment, removes poison, blindness, and silence. Chant, sacrifices HP to restore the HP of an adjacent unit. Okay. To reposition the active unit, select Move from the battle menu, followed by a tile within its movement range. Alright. So one of the things that we can do, probably here, is kind of see where people can move. So if I go here, maybe? Hold on, if I go back, so how do I select you to see your movement range? That will be to change display. Okay, I believe that was something that you could do before. Maybe it's Y when we get there? We'll figure it out as we go. I believe there is a way to do that, though. Alright, I'm not going to push myself too far forward. Oh, cool, you can actually reset move in this one. That's something you couldn't do in the last one, and that one... Oh, man, I messed it up. Okay, that's fine. Our first screw up. I could have thrown a stone if I'd moved one more forward.
This looks grim.
Ooh, what a sound effect. Meaty. I think the soundscape probably has been slightly adjusted, but that definitely does feel as powerful as the original. Yeah, Agrias and Gafgarian are both quite powerful.
For victory.
So it looks like RB is our fast forward button, and it looks like we hold it in order to fast forward. Alright, cool. Okay, they're healing each other up. Yeah, that seems to be a change in Tactician. They're being a little bit more defensive to stay in the fight longer. I don't remember that many people ever using potions before, you know? Alright, we're putting ourselves out here, but let's just see how hard they're going to kind of push us in this mode.
By divine will unencumbered, by darkness empowered. Shadow Blade, you're done for.
With voice acting, huh? Awesome. Okay, they got rid of their chemist. That's good. He's one of their main healers, but it does seem like they've given everybody else potions. Rending is actually very good in this game. We'll talk about that, but like actually getting rid of people's gear with rend is incredibly useful. It really can make a difference on a night like that.
I can't go on.
Okay, a decent amount of damage there. Okay, that archer could be problematic, so... yeah, they've got 3 archers.
Fool! It cannot be.
Okay, they're showing off quite a few skills that we're going to have access to later in the game.
My turn.
All right. So, right now we are level 9, experience 55, 152 HP, 25 MP. CT is basically your, as soon as that hits 100, that means it's your turn. Now, something to note is that as we move around, our CT goes down by a certain amount based on how much we move, and different abilities will also go down by certain amounts of CT. Some things more, some things less. And if you don't do things, your CT won't go down as much and you'll get your turn sooner. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, since we can actually revert our move, maybe I can show you some of this stuff, but I'm going to attack from the front, 90%. So 90% and 29 damage. So we'll probably be able to finish this guy off, right? So we get a little bit of a preview there. Now let's go to the back. And now we have 100%. So you'll notice that positioning is important. Let's see what it is on the side. So that one's also 100%. So from the front, we lose 10%. From the side and from the back,
It's over!
we're good. Gonna try and rend again. Ooh, got the parry.
Come then.
Now, sometimes if you like randomly find yourself like not being able to hit somebody, that might be where that Zodiac sign thing comes in. Oh, I thought he was gonna come after me. I left my back open to him a little bit. So this is the tutorial. You don't expect this one to be hard, so this will not be a good gauge of what the difficulty will feel like. Trust me, this game on normal difficulty in the original game was plenty hard.
Taste this!
Now is the time.
I came so far. My life.
All right. One range unit to hunt down.
It's time.
All right, let's get as close as we can because he's probably going to run, and let's see if we can use Throw Stone. Lobs a stone at a distant unit and has a chance of knocking it back. The damage dealt varies greatly. Only 9 damage, 90% hit rate. Boom, we got 4. So you'll notice that the forecast gives you a kind of, I don't know if it's an average or what, or if it shows you what the max damage could be. I'm not entirely sure what the forecast shows you, but just know that the damage forecast is only a suggestion. Rather than what you're gonna get.
Humiliating.
And I think that goes for pretty much all damage. There might be some things that have set damage. I don't remember, but...
Ready.
My turn.
Okay, we're making it harder for him to try and get away from us. Maybe this will push him towards more enemies.
Let me help.
God, it feels so good to be playing this right now, man.
Leave it to me.
And honestly, I kind of like the way they've updated the pixel graphics. Like, it still retains a lot of its pixeliness, but it's been updated in a way that still looks very pleasing.
Lost.
Unhand me!
No! Lady Ophelia!
This way.
Turns out...
Hurry up, and try making a little less noise.
I'll not take orders from you!
That they had a plan all along. They were just distracting us.
You've quite a mouth on you, princess.
Ooh.
Hold there!
I think not. If you feel wronged, blame yourself or the father.
He just basically said, hey, it's not my fault, blame God. Savage.
Delita. He lives.
Alright. So, the two stories that are out there. Delita took the true story that the world knows about, and Ramza's is the hidden story that we're gonna learn.
Why does he serve under the banner of Duke Goltana? I do not understand.
Records of the hero Delita Hyrule
first appear 1 year before the outbreak of the War of the Lions.
No, weird, the narration changed in the middle.
The loss of the 50 Years' War saw Ivalice paying enormous reparations and ceding vast swathes of land to Ordalia, the victors. Knights and sellswords returned from the front to find their homes razed and loved ones slain. Compounding their woes, they were denied pay for their service and stripped of their livelihoods. This ill treatment led many to abandon their fealty to the crown and the nobility. Once loyal soldiers became rogues and traitors, donning the thief's cloak and plotting treason. It was a time of great unrest for Ivalice. Murder and theft were commonplace. Many were the young adventurer and mage who stepped forward to counter this threat. Of these, the city of Garland, too, saw its share. It was there that our tale began, a year earlier.
Chapter 1. The Meager. The Royal Military Academy at Garland. Alright, 1 year prior.
Did you hear? Another Wayne was struck last night on its way to Egros.
The Corpse Brigade again.
'Tis long past the hour for drills. What is happening, I wonder? Delita, what do you suppose this is about?
I could hazard a guess.
Oh? Do tell.
I think Duke Larg is coming to Garland.
Duke Larg? Why?
Not just the Duke. The Marquis Elmdor de Limbri, too.
That's the first I've heard of it. This has not the sound of a state visit.
All of Ivalice is in turmoil. The Order's supposed to be keeping things under control, but the fact is, they number too few.
And they mean to bolster their numbers with us.
All right, everybody, fall in! The Order of the Northern Sky has an assignment for its Knight's Apprentice. As I'm sure you're already aware, the number of brigands roaming Galleon is on the rise. Among them, the Corpse Brigade, a seditious lot with a grudge against the very crown they had served. Rogues such as they must be dealt with. The Order has been commanded to undertake an operation to eliminate the brigade. An operation of a grand scale. We will not be acting alone. The Order will be joined by, among others, His Excellency Duke Larg's Royal Guard. This will leave Egro's castle undermanned. Your task will be to proceed there and support us from the rear by bolstering its defenses. Remember, you represent the Academy itself. Noble or otherwise, your actions reflect upon us all. Fight with honor and trust in your steel. Twould seem the time to take up arms is already upon you, young apprentices. I've just received word that a band of thieves, routed by our knights, flees here to Garreland, where the bustling streets will only aid their escape. We will move to stop them and finish the task of our brothers. You, young apprentices, will accompany us. This is but a squall before the storm of battle. Prepare yourselves at once. Dismissed.
Alright, our guest party member,
be on our way.
Delita. At certain points in the story, guest units will join Ramza's party. These guest units will participate in battle, but they will act of their own accord and cannot be given any instructions. Alright, so I paused to get more coffee and to add something to my notes. And apparently when you click outside of the game, it triggers a click for some reason. So it continued, but nothing else happened, it just opened up the map here. So, the world map. You may now navigate the world map to travel around Ivalice. Position the cursor with WASD. Not for us, LS. Moving to locations marked with those symbols will progress the story. While on the world map, pressing X will display a list of locations. From there, you can choose your next destination, view the types of stock sold at each settlement, and other information. Oh, that's kind of useful. Okay. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so right here, we're at the Royal Military Academy of Garreland. And over here, we've got the Magic City of Garreland. Home to the Royal Academy of the Magical Arts, famous for producing Elidibus, a mage hero of the 50 Years' War. Okay. So, our goal right now is to defeat the band of thieves that has fled to Garreland. Ooh, this updated map looks really nice. You'll also notice that we have a date up in the top left-hand corner, 1st of Aries. Alright, so we can center on Ramza, we can travel, move cursor, zoom out, locations. Alright, so if I push X for locations... Alright, nothing right now, but I'm assuming that eventually we'll be able to see all of the stuff that's sold there. Right here, there's nothing, so if there isn't anything to be sold, it won't show that menu at all in the bottom right. Okay. Let's go. Garreland. Formation, place up to 5 units. Oh, cool. They don't black out the map in this one? Usually you wouldn't be able to see what the map looks like. You can now choose where to position your units for the start of battle. Before combat begins, you must decide which units to place and where. For battles that are part of the main story, Ramza cannot be removed. When selecting your party, move the cursor to a unit and press Y to view its status screen. From there, you can change the unit's job and equipment to better deal with your opponents. Hold RT to switch to tactical view, either when selecting battle members or during battle. It provides a clear view of ally and enemy positions, as well as the lay of the land. Okay. So, we have 2 squires here, a chemist, 2 more squires, and another chemist. Okay. And how many do we get to place? 4 more. Okay.
I was born for this.
Okay, B will remove the unit. Alright, so when we're looking at these characters, I'm probably going to be getting rid of these characters and getting new ones so that we can name them ourselves and start clean. But some of the things that you might want to look at is their bravery and faith. Neither of our chemists has very good faith.
I cannot wait.
And yeah, since we're not going to keep them, I'm not going to worry too much about that.
Understood.
My turn, is it?
You have the higher bravery, and she had the higher bravery as well. Oh, we have one more? Gotcha. Okay, so we have bravery 48, bravery 66.
Forward.
We wouldn't have started with new gear, so there's no reason to go into the gear menu.
Little moppets, is it? Our luck's turned for the better. All right, lads. Cut through these and we're as good as fled. Make quick work of them. And don't be leaving no squealers behind.
Okay, defeat all enemies. So, Delita moves on his own as a guest.
Careful, Ramza. Remember, the well-aimed thrust pierces the mail.
Don't patronize me, Delita. We Beoulves know our way around the battlefield. Beoulve, was it? Heir to the noble house, Beoulve, I'd wager.
Little information about our character. We are...
Looks like we have ourselves some apprentices from the academy. Well, highborn moppets are still moppets.
We are a highborn moppet.
Lay down your arms or die clutching them. None will mourn your passing.
Damn.
Is that right? You're
savage.
In far over your little heads. It's time.
I'll tell you what, people in this game know how to dish it. Okay, so you hold RT for that. Okay. So if I do X, okay, so if I push X, now I can look at different characters and their movement. That's what I was trying to do before. Okay. I don't know, what is the range of the stone throw? I think I still have that, right? No, I do not. Okay. So right now, with what you are, so if I go here, status, that's what I'm looking for. So yeah, you're considered a squire as well right now. So Chant sacrifices HP to restore the HP of an adjacent unit. Since I don't have anything to do, I'm going to move right here and kind of block this pathway down. Controlling allied units. In addition to Ramza, you can also command allied units sent into battle. Instruct them wisely to ensure you emerge victorious. So you have attack, you can use items, and you can use re-equip. 5 potions, 1 antidote. Potions can be thrown. And you'll notice that they do have a percentage. Expected outcome. Once you've selected an ability and a target, the expected outcomes will be displayed. Use this to predict what effect your actions might have before you make your decision. So it's important to note that, like, if you did have, like, something blocking your throwing path, that it would tell you that you have a 0%. So that's something to keep in mind. Alright, go up and shore up this line with Delita.
Leave this to me.
Your abilities, you've got Attack, you've got Fundaments, which you have Rush, and you have Throw Stone. Okay, that is your max move, so yep, just go up there. And in fact, I'm going to send you over this way with that group. And then you can hit this spot. And you also have Rush and Throw Stone.
I must act.
Ooh, didn't jump over, huh?
My turn.
I don't know if I want to put you all the way over there. And unfortunately, with this person not jumping that gap over to this other house, I think what I'm going to do is go here. 11 damage, 100%. You'll notice that as we did that, we got JP, which stands for job points. Now... do I want to potion you now or later? How much does the potion do? 30? We'll do it. We're losing out on like 10, but that's fine. Raising a unit's level. A unit can raise its level by earning experience in battle. When a unit gains a level, its attributes such as HP and MP will increase. The rate at which the various attributes grow depends on the unit's job at the time of gaining a level. Randall's level increased, and his job level increased. A unit can raise its job level by earning job experience. Each job has its own level, and as a unit's different job level increase, new jobs will become available for that unit to use.
Step forward.
Okay, we've got this guy kind of stuck. And put your back to the wall. Now you have Throw Stone. You have Throw Stone. Not a lot of damage, but you still get job points from it. So anytime you can do actions, know that you'll be getting job points for it. So a lot of times it's important to do actions when you can do actions.
Got me to contend with.
Okay, if we can kill that chemist quick, that would probably be good for us. So that he's not healing our enemies. You gonna jump over now? He is. Yep, okay.
I even surprised myself. My efforts are rewarded.
She's over here talking herself up. How dare you attack a Beoulve? Ooh, that was good damage.
I'm just getting started.
It's time.
Okay, so one thing you'll notice is that person who's down has those 3 hearts. Basically, somebody who is downed is not dead yet until those hearts are gone. Basically, as their turn rolls around again and again, they'll lose more hearts. So the funny thing is that really, really fast characters that have, you know, high CT, they will tend to die faster. So sometimes those people you have to revive faster as well. Okay, we can't get to the chemist. $95. We'll hit you from the front. I just don't want to. I don't want to push you too far forward, and this will maintain some CT. Throwing this is 100%.
Ready and able.
Okay, if we roll all 8 damage, we will finish this guy. And we did.
Calling me.
Come on.
Let's see, does she have a... I think the rush ability can knock you off of the building. So I might want to be here where I would fall less. Of course, you know, we've got our other squire over there that's in a bad spot, but... Oh, you know what? We might finish her here. Yep, okay, we rolled all 11. That's good.
Now. Let's get this over with.
Okay, so he couldn't reach us, so he chose a more defensive move. This guy has nobody to heal, so he's not doing the best work he can do. Since that tree is there, you're gonna go here. That way we can corner this guy a little bit easier if he tries to run. Okay, you can reach this guy.
Right.
Can't quite reach the throw for him. So is there anything you can do? Not really.
Leave it to me.
Since we're replacing these characters, it doesn't matter if we don't maximize JP at the moment. Now, I do believe that being in water like this does affect your hit chances. Something to note.
What happened? It's time.
Okay, this guy's almost done.
I have you now! No turning back.
Okay, there's something to be said for waiting an extra turn here, just to see if any of these people who died drop anything that we can pick up. Like that. Disappeared forever, leaving behind a crystal. Units becoming crystals. When all of the hearts above a KO'd unit have disappeared, it may change into a crystal. The unit cannot be revived even after battle. Other units can collect these crystals by moving to the same tile. If the unit is one of yours, you will be presented with one or both of the following options. Acquire abilities, learn the deceased unit's abilities that were transferred to the crystal. Restore HP and MP, fully recover HP and MP using the life force contained within the crystal. And sometimes they will also drop loot. So, Evasive Stance, it shows you what you can pick up. If you choose to acquire abilities from a crystal, one or more abilities will be displayed, chosen at random from the deceased unit's abilities. However, only abilities that can be learned by the unit claiming the crystal will be shown. All of the abilities listed will be acquired. Okay. Foundational learning complete.
Ready and waiting.
Succession of power complete. So those must be our,
Who's stronger now?
I ain't dead yet.
So it seems like they have in-game achievements. That's the word I'm looking for.
I'll get you for this. My turn.
Not my finest hour.
Get your revenge.
Is this the end?
Why persist in such folly? Honest work would see them die old in bed. Yet they choose instead this early grave.
$500 gold, then another 2,000 gold, mithril knife, phoenix down, and a potion. Ramza had the greatest contribution. MVP, baby.
Ramza Beoulve, a great hero who had attained the distinguished title of Knight Gallant, approached the hour of his death.
The Beoulve Manse, in the waning days of the 50 Years' War.
What news of the war?
The Order has struck a great blow. Limbri is ours once more. 'Tis but a matter of time ere the Ordalians withdraw from Seltenia. All goes as planned, Lord Father. Be not troubled.
The envoy dispatched to treat with Advocate Lenario returned this night past. He has agreed to your proposal, Lord Father.
Good. Very good. Then the war will die with me.
Father.
If only.
There now, Alma. Do you want my last memory to be of your tears?
Where is that Ramza? He should be here at your side.
Zalbarg, Dystag, you are dear to me. But Ramza is no less so. Though he be not the issue of the womb that bore you, my sons.
Different mother.
Still, my blood courses through his veins. Watch after him.
Within a family like this that can other you, you know?
Lord Father!
You forget yourself, Ramza.
You have come. Good. Let me look upon your face once more.
Lord Father.
How long has it been? You've grown into a fine young man. I would hear of your studies. You've been at the academy since spring, is it? Hear me, Ramza. For generations, we Beoulves have stood foremost of those who serve the crown. Ours is the soul of the knight. Become a knight worthy of your name. Tolerate no injustice. Stray not from the true path. You will know the path you must walk. A Beoulve can walk no other.
I will not fail you, Father.
Your friend, Delita. He is a good boy. He is low-born, but he can serve you well.
Okay, learning a little bit more about
I've made
Delita too.
arrangements for him to enter the academy. You should have seen the look on the headmaster's face.
Okay, so they're mostly made up of nobles then.
In the years ahead, you will need someone whom you can trust. You could do far worse than Delita.
Barbonet seems like a good guy.
As you say, Father.
Wants the best for his family and country.
Care of your sister. And show these brothers of yours what it is. What it is to be a knight.
There's some subtext in that comment, isn't there? God damn, this game is good. It has no right being this good. The main menu. Pressing start while on the world map opens the main menu, which contains the following. Units, view party members and change their equipment abilities and so on. Inventory, check the items in your possession. Chronicle, learn about the world and story. First, try opening the main menu and visiting the unit screen, where you may equip your party with weapons and armor and assign abilities. From the units section of the main menu, you may use Set as Favorite to have your favorite units appear at the top of the list. Okay. New stock is available at the Outfitter. New rumors are available. Okay, so now if we look here... Oh, it gives you a full list. Cool. I actually really like that. So you can just kind of go through and see, okay, I need to go here to get gear for this unit, I need to go here to get gear for this unit, etc., etc. So we've got the Outfitter. At settlements. Each settlement on the world map offers a range of amenities. You can visit the Outfitter to buy or sell equipment and items, the Tavern to hear the latest rumors, or the Warriors Guild to recruit new units and change the names of your party members. Oh, changing names is a thing. So technically we could keep somebody if we wanted them. If we can actually change their name now. Okay, let's go visit the Tavern. Taverns are prime locations for gathering information and listening to rumors. Pay one a visit, and you might learn things to which few others are privy.
Good day to you. What'll it be?
Okay, question mark here. Progress through the main story to unlock, and rumors. Hear the latest gossip on the lips of tavern patrons.
It's just rumor, mind you.
The Corpse Brigade. Brigandry is on the rise across the land, and Galleon has by no means been spared. Wains are struck and pillaged, high-ranking officials taken at sword point. Most of the incidents of this past 6 months are believed to be the work of a company of felons and former sellswords known as the Corpse Brigade. It is oft said, the only good brigand is a dead brigand, and the Order of the Northern Sky would like naught more than to see the brigade made corpses for true. But as yet, it is all the knighthood can do to keep the outlaws in check. So as we learned earlier on, by the narration, is that the Corpse Brigade is made up of people who were kind of left in the dust after the war ended, right? They didn't actually get paid for their work as soldiers, and then they went home and everybody that they knew and loved were probably dead, many of them. So basically, some of them were probably forced into this life. King Ondoria III. The health of King Ondoria III has been a subject of concern since his collapse at the birthday celebration of Prince Orinus. The Board of Chamberlains has since announced that the king has regained consciousness and his fever is broken, but will yet require no less than 3 weeks of quietude and bed rest in order to recover. Many speculate that it may be some months before the king resumes his official duties. However, Queen Leveria and her retainers have long been in charge of most affairs of state, and thus few problems are anticipated during the king's absence. the 50 Years' War. The half-century of conflict between Ivalice and Ordalia is today known as the 50 Years' War. The beginning of the 50 Years' War can be traced to the death of Ordalia's king, Devon III, and his failure to name a successor. His cousin, Villeroy VI, was next in line for the throne. However, King Denamda II of Ivalice, the uncle of Devon III, proclaimed himself the rightful heir and declared war on Ordalia. However, this was merely a pretense to justify the invasion of the neighboring Ordalian province of Zelmonia, formerly an independent state. It had been annexed by Ordalia nearly a century prior. Ivalice had since been aiding the province in an effort to weaken Ordalia, though increasingly severe oppression and political purges enacted by the Ordalians stifled Zelmonia's bid to regain independence. Tired of Ordalian rule, the Zelmonian leadership and nobility secretly petitioned Ivalice to take a more direct hand in their liberation. Okay. After a victory in Zelmonia, the Ivalician armies marched on the Ordalian capital of Viera. As fate would have it, Denamda II succumbed to fatal illness on the road. The momentary confusion amongst Ivalice's troops gave Ordalia the opportunity it needed to regroup, and Villeroy VI succeeded in pushing the Ivalicians back as far as Zelmonia. The resulting impasse would not be broken until the Romandan army's invasion 2 years hence. Romanda, the powerful military state lying across the Rana Strait, marched on Ivalice at the behest of Villeroy VI, a blood relation of the Romanda nobility. However, Denamda's second successor, Demanda IV, was a fearless warrior, personally leading his men into battle against the combined might of Romanda and Ordalia. This, along with an outbreak of the Black Death in Romanda, forced the Romandan army to withdraw after only 3 years. Two military orders worthy of particular mention in this conflict are the Order of the Northern Sky, led by the young Ramza Beoulve. We just met him, and we just saw his passing, who would later claim the title of Knight Gallant, and that of the Southern Sky, led by Sidolphus Orlando, known also as the Thunder God. After countless victories at home, these two orders had been poised to advance into Ordalia. However, the protracted conflict had begun to take its toll on domestic morale. Peasant uprisings and revolts through Ivalice and Ordalia forced both countries to send their troops home to pacify their own citizens, resulting in another stalemate. It was Denamda IV's sudden death by malady that broke the stalemate, although some claimed that he was murdered. His successor, Ondoria III, was ill-suited to the throne and left the governing of Ivalice to his queen and retainers. Without Denamda IV's leadership, the armies of Ivalice had little prayer of preventing Villeroy VI's successor, Prince Leonard, from defeating the troops stationed in Zelmonia and advancing into Ivalice proper. Despite the valiant efforts of the Northern and Southern orders, Ivalice failed to repel Prince Leonard's invasion into Zeltenia. Ivalice's leaders soon began looking for a peaceful alternative. In the end, both states agreed that prolonging the war would prove mutually detrimental, and a pact was signed allowing each nation to return to addressing domestic strife. An equal peace in name, it was in reality a defeat for Ivalice. The economy of Ivalice was brought to the very brink of ruin, as it struggled to pay reparations to its former enemies and to repay the loans taken from neighboring states to fund its war effort. Soldiers returning from the front found themselves without pay, and entire orders of knights were summarily discharged from service. The swelling ranks of the unemployed did little to relieve the people's distrust of the crown and nobility. So yeah, we're not in a good place. Will that be all?
Thanks. See you again.
But that gives us a lot of really good background of where we're at right now and what the state of this country is in. So while we stopped the war, we technically didn't win it, and we definitely are not in a good place at the end of it. So we've got the outfitter. This is going to be our shop. In the cities and castles of Ivalice, you'll find outfitters, establishments where weapons, armor, accessories, and consumable items can be bought and sold. The stock available differs according to the type of settlement, and new goods may be added as the story progresses.
Greetings. How might I help you?
Buy, sell, and fitting. Fitting is a way for you to kind of like, yeah, it's going to tell us. I forget, like, the original game didn't have a tutorial at all. It was all in the you know, the booklet. So I'm not used to this. The fitting option allows you to equip a unit with multiple pieces of gear before deciding to purchase them. You may also choose to keep the new gear equipped upon purchase.
Who needs outfitting?
So this is honestly how we'll probably be buying a lot of our gear, is using the outfit method, but
I await you.
Alright, we'll be looking at that later, but let's look at the Warriors Guild real quick. Each city and castle is home to a chapter of the Warriors Guild, where you can recruit new units for your party. Furthermore, with the exception of certain units, allies and friendly creatures can be renamed. Okay.
Greetings.
The renaming thing is actually very nice.
In need of a soldier for hire?
So if there's anybody we want to keep, we can actually keep them this time rather than having to re-recruit them, which is what I thought I was going to have to do. So
anyone meet your
we
needs?
probably will re-recruit some of our chemists, simply because... Can I get a chemist here, or would I have to change it? Do they all come in as a squire, and then you change them to a chemist? Maybe that's what you do.
Is there all else?
Remember.
Certainly.
But the thing is that we want one of our chemists to have fairly high faith. And honestly, Mathilde here has the highest faith here, it looks like. 67? Yeah, other than Ramza, that is. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go ahead and end our first episode here, and in the next episode we are going to kind of get our main team ready. And in the next one, at the start of that episode, I will be telling you what I'm going to be doing with naming our characters, and probably we're going to be re-outfitting people a little bit. So thank you all for being here for this first episode. We've gotten through our tutorial battles, and from here on, we're going to be going into one of the best stories in Final Fantasy history. So I hope you're as excited as I am. Once again, if you just want more tactics like this, check out my description down below. I'll have a couple of different tactics games listed there, including Tactics Ogre Reborn, which is the predecessor to this game, also written by Matsuno. So, thank you all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Go and check out my Patreon if you would like to support the channel more. It's always appreciated, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, everybody.
A shout out to my patron supporters: Anna Kate, Barrettscape, Bean Curry, Black Mama 90, Bruce Wizzle, Chris Murphy, Darren York, DWJ Media, Harvey Danger, JW, Joshua Jarvis, Majen, Matherius, Nadia N, Naya, Philip Dougherty, Quinless, Rafal Rajinski, Reindeer Cat, Sanctum, Shadow Raven, Skip, SKN, Timothy Jansen, Turkeyfoot 27, Worst Player 81, XX Night Fighter, and ZTD. If you would also like to support the channel, please see the description down below, and thank you.